Hello everyone, welcome to MechDraft and Strength. Today we are going to start a new topic on isometric projection. So this is our first object on isometric projection. We will see number of objects on isometric projection later on. So please remember, while drawing, follow the tips and tricks that I shared during the process. Try to remember them carefully because they will make your drawing much easier and more accurate, definitely. So let's get started. In question, always the two-dimensional drawing is given, that is orthographic drawing is given. From that orthographic you have to draw the isometric drawing. Okay, so first analyze the dimensions. In this diagram there is a front view and a top view. So from the top view you can easily analyze the dimension, that is the total length is equal to 100 and the width is equal to 40. From the front view that height is given, it is 40. So these basic dimensions you can easily analyze from the orthographic drawing. Okay, so let's get started our actual construction. So let's start it with a horizontal line. Draw one horizontal line and mark point O. So that point O, it is given in an orthographic projection. We will consider this point as an origin or a reference point for drawing isometric view. So from this point we will draw the isometric axis. So there are the three axes. You have to draw one vertical line and the two lines are at 30 degrees from the horizontal. So these lines are represent the length, width and the height of the object. Remember that every line we draw in isometric projection must be parallel to one of these three axes. There is no any horizontal line in isometric projection. For this position of object, vertical axis represent the height, right 30 degree axis represent the length and the left 30 degree axis represent the width. But remember, these directions can interchange depending on the orientation of the object. So for this, first construct the rectangular box of 100 mm length, 40 mm width and 40 mm height. So this is always the first step while drawing the isometric object. Be very careful while taking dimensions. Even a mistake of 1 mm or 2 mm can affect drawing later, especially when drawing circles or ellipse. So accuracy at this stage is very important. So here our rectangular box is get complete. So first I started with a base plate. So here the thickness of the base plate is 10 mm. So mark 10 mm at vertical line and draw the base. All the lines are parallel to these three lines only, vertical line and 30 degree line. Okay. Next I am started drawing a curve, that is R20 curve is given. So to draw that, construct one rhombus, that is the isometric square, which side is equal to the diameter of the circle. Here the radius is given is what, 20. So the diameter is 40. So each side of the rhombus is 40. Okay. Then next recognize the longer diagonal and join that. This is longer diagonal, so I joined it. Okay. Then mark the midpoints. From the corner of the shorter diagonal, join the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay. This is the shorter diagonal, so join the opposite side midpoint. So intersection of this line with a longer diagonal gives the two center point, and the other two centers are the corner of the shorter diagonal. So with the corner of the shorter diagonal, I draw this curve. Okay, and the thickness of the plate, it is 10 mm. So extend this 10 mm downward and again take a distance and draw the curve. So here our curve portion is get complete. So the next step, whatever the edges are visible in orthographic view, we need to first construct those same edges in an isometric. Okay, isometric drawing is not guessing. Whatever you seen, you need to transfer it. So follow my steps carefully while I draw the columns so you can easily imagine the isometric view. Here there are the two columns, vertical columns. Height of that column is 40 mm and the thickness is 10 mm. So as I convert each line from orthographic view into the isometric view, just follow my steps. If this step-by-step method help you to understand the isometric drawing clearly, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss upcoming tutorials on engineering graphics. Please subscribe to my channel. So next move towards the semicircular cut. In orthographic view, you can see the semicircle of a radius 20 mm on the top surface. So this semicircle represents the semi-cylindrical cut made in the block. So since the diameter is 40 mm, so the full circle would be 40 mm. Okay, so need to draw one rhombus. So that rhombus, it is half rhombus, it is above line and half it is below line. So the diameter of that circle, it is 40 mm. So draw each side of the rhombus, it is 40 mm. Follow my steps. So again, next step, join the longer diagonal and then join the midpoint with a shorter diagonal corner. So mark midpoint and join with a shorter diagonal corner with a construction line. Again repeat the step. Then we will get two center point and two center point which is of the shorter diagonal. So here our semicircular cut front face is get complete. So next I draw that remaining vertical column. So the thickness of that vertical column is 10 mm. So just follow the steps. Whatever you see in the orthographic view, just project or the transfer it is in the isometric view. Okay, so here after drawing the semicircular profile front face, remember that we need to represent the semicircular cut. So the cylinder, it always extend through the given width. So here the width, it is 40 mm. So extend the center point. Whatever we use to draw the semicircular front face, need to extend that center point to the 40 mm and draw the curve. So here our semicircular depth or the back face is get complete. Okay, remember one thing, compare your isometric drawing with a given front view or the orthographic view. Check whether all the visible edges from the front view are completely represented or not. If any line is missing, draw it properly. But compare, then you can easily draw all the lines which are easily visible in a orthographic projection and transfer it in a isometric view. Okay, next move towards the circular cut. So here the circle, it is center point of the circle, it is 20 from the both side. So mark center point and draw the rhombus. So here the circle diameter given, it is 15. So each side of the rhombus, it is equal to 15 mm. So draw the 15 mm rhombus. Then next, again same steps you need to follow. That join the longer diagonal. Here I joined the longer diagonal. Then next, take a midpoint and join the shorter diagonal corners with it. Then we will get the 4 center point intersection of this, and the 2 center points are the shorter diagonal corners. So with that, draw the ellipse or the circle. Actually my hand may briefly block the view at the time of drawing the curves, but focus on the steps I am explaining. You can easily understand how I am drawing or how to draw. So here our isometric drawing is get complete. At last, compare your object with orthographic view. So if there is any line is missing, so draw it and complete your diagram. Hope you understand how to draw the isometric view. If you like this kind of content related to engineering subject, subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.